you doing? It's Sunday evening, so it's flipping freezing outside. I'm really losing enthusiasm to finish off the last bits, but in a week's time I'll be taxing the car, having it back on the road, so I'd really just like to get these front arches done before I do that, because once it's on the road I'll be having far too much fun driving it. So let's try and get an hour in tonight and try and get some more bits done during the week so I can get it finished off. So guys, it's pretty clean in here already. Over last summer I gave that a good clean up inside, albeit the paint's a bit thin, so we'll try and get a little bit more paint on there. So the front end's been replaced, so it's been nicely sort of stone chipped on the back here and wax oiled, so we'll just clean that off, make that good again. Aside from that, the only bit which was just I wanted to get done was up inside here. As you can see, the back of that hinge panel's quite rusty. Whether you can see that. So yeah, back of the hinge panel's quite rusty. Luckily it's pretty solid, but as you can see, the sort of rubberized sealer that's been put on here just flaking away and it's rusty behind it. So we'll try and get all of that off and get it treated and recoated. Well, that's good news. I was expecting to find a hole behind there, but it's solid, so thank God for that. Give it a bit of treatment and put that top shot mount back on. Hi guys, so just a brief midweek update. So you will have seen me clearing off all the rust and scraping off all the rubberized sealer from the inner wheel arch there. That's a real pain. That was really messy, that was. Luckily no holes, but this is like the rubberized sealer they've used, and when I look on the back of it, it's just stuck to rust. So I don't know whether that's rusted behind that, or whether when that's been applied last time some repairs were on it, they just put seam sealer over rust. Either way, it's not great. I've cleaned all that off now, and we'll treat it, and yeah, that's just a massive trap for water and rust, that, so glad that's gone now. So the front Coney shock absorber is ready to go back on now, so a bit of a clean up. Front shock's not quite as clean as the back ones, obviously I think they're probably more susceptible for stone chips. But again, car's 21 years old, they're the original shocks, so they're doing okay. There's the top shock mount there, which is in surprisingly good condition. Pleased about that. And lastly, my gear knob. So I got that back this week, so I sent that way to be refurbished by a company called Stitch Perfect. I'll stick a link down the bottom. Found them via recommendation on Facebook, and they've done a really good job on it actually. Really pleased with that. Obviously hand cut, hand stitched. Looks great, just like the original. So that'll go back on the car. Okay guys, so that's that side all back together now. It's all been rubbed down, rust treated, primered, base coat, lacquer, wax oiled, and yeah, it should last a few more years yet now, and it looks much more presentable. As always guys, thanks for watching, especially if you stayed right to the end. If you haven't subscribed already, please do for regular weekly updates. And that concludes this week's winter workshop, and I look forward to catching up with you again next week.